Hello, and welcome to the first lesson of Section 2, Formula Building. Now, you may have noticed that I switched it from nesting functions Section 2 to formula building for Section 2. This is just that it encompassed what exactly we're doing within this a little bit better. While nesting functions is something that we're working on and will be discussed in quite a bit, formula building is just a little bit better of a name. So apologies if that, confuses someone. Hopefully it doesn't, but ultimately we're going to be looking at functions and how to build them. So first off, we're going to get started with nesting functions and what's going on. So in this, you can push these grouped cells here. And the first thing we're going to take a look at is just a single function inside this formula that would be upper hello world. The output would be this in uppercase, hello world. And I colored it in red, saying like that's what's going to happen first. And yeah, it's fairly simple in that sense. The next one that we're going to take a look at, this is a nested function that makes this formula. And what happens is that the first thing that goes on is within here, the X lookup. Now, what's going on is first, this X lookup is doing this calculation. Then the result is inside the upper. And what happens is the result turns into full uppercase. So in this example, if we removed this upper and the end parentheses, this would be the actual result of the X lookup. I'm just pushing Command Z to undo. And so we can see that whatever is inside happens first. Similar if you're using parentheses in multiplication or mathematics, whatever is on the innermost happens first, regardless of, if it's plus or minus or whatever the operator is, and then the outside is last. So if you understand that concept there, this will, for the most part, make the most sense. Next, we have this, which is another nested function, but now there are three different functions within this formula. So first off, in red here, we have the concatenate, and that basically is putting these two cells together and then also a space between them, then an X lookup within it, and then finally we have it in uppercase. And you can see here that this is what it is pulling, and then it is looking for that name here at the table. And finally, the result is going to end up here as the email of the VLOOKUP, or the XLOOKUP, excuse me. So, and you'll notice this has tabs. That's just simply because it's referencing these cells here. Generally, you don't have all this space. But essentially, it's the same thing. Whatever's in the middle, which is the concatenate, happens first. So these are the most inner parentheses. Then the next one happens, and that's the X lookup. And then finally, the upper. So again, you can kind of see that with the color-coded red and then orange and then yellow. But that's the basics of nesting the functions. Whatever's on the inside is first, and then it goes out. So we'll kind of continue to use this and grow on this, but it is very important to know what happens first, because you will find some issues if you put it out of order, and you might end up with a result that you weren't expecting. So hopefully this is helpful, and in the next one, we'll take a look a little bit deeper on order and kind of go from there. Bye now.